Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Tuesday, July 19th, 2022. I am Fredicia Liebert. The Ministry of Education in Nevis on Monday, July 18th, held an awards ceremony to recognize 14 students who recently sat and passed the test of Chinese as a foreign language, receiving certificates of excellence in recognition of their hard work, dedication, and commitment to Mandarin classes were Genevieve Thomas, Natalie Providence, Katie Ann Paris, Toussaint Trotman, Jewel Perkins, Dekai Jador, Stout O'Brien, and Carisha Dederon, who passed the Novice 1 level. Kalia Isaac, Malia Trotman, Shermaya Thompson, Thierry Trotman, Erwin Telemack, and Kalia Jones all passed the Novice 2 level of the test of Chinese as a foreign language. The students also received their test score sheets and gifts compliments of the Embassy of the Republic of China, Taiwan, and Resident Ambassador His Excellency Michael Lin. Professional Mandarin teacher Chen Chi teaches Mandarin at the island's secondary schools as well as lessons for adults at the Department of Education.
In my Mandarin classes, I try to showcase Taiwan, our culture, our language, even my Taiwanese colleagues from St. Kitts. I also create the opportunities for my students to use what they learn. For example, the bilingual speech, the performance, shopping at the Chinese stores, and even ordering foods in Chinese restaurants. On the 22nd of April, I held the TOEFL, or Test of Chinese as a Foreign Language, pilot test for the very first time held in St. Kitts and Nevis. Next year, I'm going to hold an official test. This will provide the opportunity for my middle school and adult students to be awarded with an official certificate to prove to themselves that, yes, they can do it. Dear students, keep doing what you're doing. When you have the ability and the opportunity to speak Mandarin, I will stand here giving you a big applause, and everyone will be proud of you.
The highlights of the event were a bilingual speech by students Thierry Trotman and Erin Telemack.
作为今天的学生代表，
作为台湾和各国的未来，
让我们加深理解，增进友谊。之后的日子里，一起成长和努力，为课才友好尽一份力量。
Today, I stand before you as a student and as the future of Taiwan and St. Kitts and Nevis. Let's deepen our understanding, improve our relationship, and grow and work hard together in the upcoming days so that we can make a contribution to the friendship between Taiwan and St. Kitts and Nevis.
谢谢大家。Thank you very much.
And the singing of the national anthem of the Republic of China, Taiwan by student Shermaya Thompson. The Nevis Health Promotion Unit is inviting members of the public to attend its upcoming Are You Salty quiz contest. Participating in the competition will be 7 teams from around the island, answering questions on the topic of hypertension and salt intake. Senior health educator Shevanee Nisbett provided these details.
The Health Promotion Unit will be hosting its Are You Salty quiz to be held on Wednesday, July 20th at NIPAC starting at 4:30 p.m. The participating teams will be NEVLEC A and NEVLEC B, Audit Department, Social Services Department, the Post Office, the Eden Brown Youth Group, and Methodist Women's League. So it's going to be exciting, educational, and fun.
Nisbett also spoke about the influence behind the hosting of the event as well as its overall purpose.
This activity is part of a project, an ongoing project called Shake the Salt Habit, which is a project that we are collaborating with PAHO. And the purpose of this project is to educate the general population on the importance of lowering the salt in your diet, as a diet high in salt can cause detrimental effects on your health, such as developing non-communicable diseases such as hypertension, kidney failure, just to name a few. So it's a project geared towards educating persons on the importance of a continuous healthy lifestyle.
The senior health educator urged the public to continue to pursue a healthy lifestyle and to show their support to the teams at the upcoming quiz.
So we are still on the drive to encourage the general public to continue being healthy, lower your salt intake, and of course lower your sugar intake so we can continue to live healthy lifestyles to prevent non-communicable diseases such as hypertension. Please attend our quiz. The quiz will be free of cost at NIPAC on Wednesday, July 20th, starting at 4:30 p.m. Come and support whichever team you'd like to support, or to just continue giving the Health Promotion Unit your undying support.
Every student of the St. James's Primary School will be receiving an award today. We do hope that this gesture will inspire them to aspire to develop as many qualities of good character as possible while developing physical talents and excelling at academics. Students, grab hold of academics, but never forget your manners, virtues which build good character.
Principal of the St. James's Primary School, Daniele Wallace, delivering words of advice to the entire school during the awards and prize-giving ceremony held at the Nevis Performing Arts Center, NEPAC, on Wednesday, July 13th, 2022. Special mention was made of Akila Douglas, a student of kindergarten at the St. James's Primary School, who received a special award for her attitude and determination with which she executed her athletic skills at the school's sports day and the 2022 Golf Insurance Interprimary Championship. The award for outstanding academic and athletic performance was sponsored by Lorna Hunkins. Principal Wallace expressed gratitude to the donors and encouraged the students to emulate the kindness shown to them.
This award ceremony, like many other events held by the school, cannot be this successful without the contribution of generous, community-minded individuals and business owners, whether large or small, local or international. Donors, your kindness has warmed our hearts at every occasion. And today, as we can see, there are so many gifts that our students will be receiving because of you. I do hope your generosity will inspire others to do the same, but more importantly, inspire these young citizens today, our special recipients of these awards, to also become persons who will exude kindness so that others can benefit as they were privileged to have been.
Education officer responsible for the St. James's Primary School, Atalia Jeffers, delivered brief remarks on behalf of the Department of Education. The year in review was done in the form of a video, and former student of the school, Janisha Daniele, was the guest speaker for the afternoon's event. The distribution of awards and prizes were presented to the students by the principal, members of the Parent-Teacher Association, the guest speaker, and chairperson of the event. The awards and prize-giving ceremony was hosted by the Parent-Teacher Association of the St. James's Primary School. The Ministry of Tourism hosted the 5th Tasting Showcase on Nevis as part of the activities for the 2022 hosting of the St. Kitts and Nevis Restaurant Week. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, John Hanley, is expressing his pleasure with what he termed a successful hosting of the Tasting Showcase.
I must say kudos to all the division chefs. They went all out and they created some very tasty dishes that had some explosive flavors and some very interesting variety and creativity. So I must really congratulate all the restaurants. They gave it their all, and patrons, I'm sure, having sampled the dishes, can be satisfied that when they go to the various restaurants, that they will have a great experience during Restaurant Week.
The Permanent Secretary also noted that this year Nevis has its highest number of participating restaurants since their first participation in 2016.
They have 25 participating restaurants on Nevis, 25 out of the 50 plus that are participating across the Federation. As a matter of fact, this year we have had the highest level of participation in Restaurant Week, and so far we have had some great reviews. As a matter of fact, I just had a report that one of the restaurants is doing very well in terms of its Restaurant Week menu. It's very popular and it's doing very well. These are the kind of reports that are very heartening for us to hear, and we look forward to the continued support of the general public as we continue to celebrate Restaurant Week so that it becomes bigger and better and brings more business for the restaurants, as well as encouraging our locals to eat local produce and provisions.
He also expressed gratitude to his counterpart in St. Kitts for supporting the Tasting Showcase on Saturday, held at the Malcolm Guichard Recreational Park.
I was most delighted to have my counterpart, P.S. Carlin Henry Morton from the Ministry of Tourism in St. Kitts. She was accompanied by a large contingent of her colleagues, and there were also some colleagues from the St. Kitts Tourism Authority. I must say that especially Mrs. Henry Morton, she and her team have collaborated very well with the Ministry of Tourism here in Nevis. I must point out that this is not just a Nevis Restaurant Week or a St. Kitts Restaurant Week, it's a St. Kitts and Nevis Restaurant Week, and I think both ministries and both tourism authorities have collaborated very well to bring a very successful activity. So I want to thank Ms. Henry Morton for the collaborative spirit that we have enjoyed, and we hope that it continues.
The Tasting Showcase included samples from each participating restaurant and a beverage sponsor present. The afternoon was filled with live entertainment. The theme ingredient for the 2022 St. Kitts and Nevis Restaurant Week is sweet potato. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Freddie Liebert. Thank you for viewing.